Okay, so we're going to work through some examples of propositional logic and truth tables. Let me turn my magnifier on. I know you can't see it, but it helps me. So, our first one, we're going to evaluate not P and Q. That's how we read these. And if you recall, this is an example of De Morgan's law. So how do we write that? We can simplify it as not P or not Q. And this looks kind of gross with the negation symbols, so I'm just going to put those in parentheses. So we have our atomic values here in the top left. We're going to fill in those cells. Now, of course, we're going to do our negations here, since that's how we've simplified our equation here. And now I'm going to copy-paste this, if I could, there we go. We're going to copy-paste it into here, and this is what we're going to evaluate. So, putting in your atomic values, that is simple. That is T, T, F, F, T, F, T, F. So now we're going to evaluate these. Not P, if P is true, then not P is false, false. And now, if P is false, then not P is true. And the same thing here. So, F, T, F, T. Just flip them. Now, let's OR these together. So, false, false, that equals false. True, false, true, that's true. True, false is also true. And true, true is true. So we end up with a very simple, basically a NOR. Well, not really a NOR. Something, it's just an upside down OR table. So, now let's move on to something a little bit more complex. We've got P and Q or not Q. So really quickly, we're going to break this up into its groups. So P and Q, and Word wants to autocorrect, not Q. And now we'll do this. We'll copy paste, and we'll fill this last space in with that. Again, T, T, F, F, T, F, T, F. And why are we doing it this way? This is just giving us every single possible combination of P and Q. So, if we have P and Q, true, true is true, true, false is false, false, true is false, and false, false is false. Now we just negate F, T, F, T. We've done that before. And now we OR these two statements together. So true, false, true, false, true, true again, false, 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 true, true. Easy peasy. Now we're going to do something with 3 atomic statements, and we can use we could use our properties here to group these together. Let's do P and Q here. Oh, pardon me. And we are going to just have our full statement here. So we're doing P and Q or R. Now this one's a bit longer, so what we're going to do is T, 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 F, 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 E, T, F, F, T, T, F, F, and then T, F, T, F, T, F, T, F. And when you're doing your 2 or 3 variable atomic statements here, these are going to look the same no matter what. This is what it looks like with 3, and up here is what it looks like with 2. So, let's do these statements. P and Q, true, true is true, true, true is true again, true, false is false, true, false, false, true, false, false, true, false, 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 false. So only these top two are true. And now we take this and we do an or. True, true is true. False, true is true. True, false is true. False, false is false. True, false, true. False, false, false. True, false, true. And false, false again is false. And you might be sitting there thinking, wow, is it really that simple? We're just evaluating these and coming up with true or false? Yeah, it's really that simple until you have all the cells completed. In your homework, you'll be asked to give the truth tables for your basic operations and also your more complicated ones like these. So, now we're going to do one more. And of course, we'll have tons of these in class. So, we have P, Q, and we have not Q, XOR R. And then we're going to copy paste this. All right. So now, just like before, we're going to do our, whoops, scrolled too far. We're going to do our true, 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 false, 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 false. Do true, oops, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. And lastly, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. Again, these look the same no matter what. Now we'll do our P and Q. And if we look through, we see that the first two are true, just like before, and the rest are false. And we do not Q, XOR R. So if we look here, Q is true, R is true. That means not Q is false, and that's true. And if you recall, an XOR is true when the two values are different. So true, true, negate this first true to false. It becomes false, true is true. False, false is false. True, true is false. True, false is true. False, true is true. And then we'll just do this again, false, false. True, true. True, false. You could, if you wanted to, add another column between P and Q and not Q XOR R for your not Q. Or you could put it over here, whatever makes things easiest for you, as long as you are coming to the right conclusion. So now we are going to OR these two statements together. So true, true is true. True, false is true. False, false is false. We've got these two are true. This is false. This is also false. And then this is true. And that's really all there is to it. We just evaluate all possible combinations of our statements. And you could easily map this to conditions in programming. So I want you to take time, practice these. Of course, you've got your homework assignment. We'll do tons of these in class, but don't overthink these. They really are this simple. So next week, we're going to get back into programming. We're going to talk about the many operators that Python supports, and even some that Python doesn't support. So stay tuned for that.